So is it going now?
I think it's going. I think we're good.
It's going now.
Yeah. We're good. And what we could do so we don't feel stupid is we'll just do that.
Oh.
How about that?
Yeah.
So beside the camera, it's just us.
Right.
And hopefully it works. If it doesn't, whatever.
Yeah, we can be all shallow and pedantic.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so you're my first in-person guest. And will be many more.
See.
How about that?
Yeah.
Now, for our guest, there was a chick, will not say her name out loud, reached out to me. Do you know about this? I won't blow her up. You don't know about this? It's
Maybe.
beautiful. You do.
Maybe.
So she writes me on Facebook and she says, for the ladies out there, let our local cutie. Did she even show you the dialogue? Because I'm greedy. I wanted it to be, I was like, don't worry, I'm not going to wear sunglasses. And she goes, no, not you, Brad. But I don't know if she got it.
Who's Brad?
That'd be you.
Who?
Bradley Krisher.
No.
So yeah, you're going to get in trouble by her.
No.
But aside from that, so yeah, open forum, man. Let's take it from the top. So you're back in Flagler. You left for a little while, right?
Yep.
You're back, and I'm curious. Here's something that I would talk about, whether the camera's on or not. Give me a day in the life of Brad. I know every day can be a little bit different, but give me your last 24 hours. How about that?
I don't even know if I can.
Come on.
It's there's a lot of people involved.
Well, you wake up. What time was wake up? Today's Tuesday, right?
Right.
Wake up was what time?
4:50
a.m.
Yeah.
Of
This
yesterday
morning.
or today?
This morning. Yeah.
Is that per choice?
Sometimes.
Now what are we doing? You're beelining it to the ocean? Or no? Don't.
Taking my time waking up.
Okay. Just
Going to SwillerBees to get coffee.
Now they're open early.
I mean, sometimes. If they're not, then I just sit outside like a fiend.
So like, who's usually first there at SwillerBees on a normal?
I feel like this is such an interview.
No, it's not. It's just whatever you can ask me questions.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Go
What's
ahead,
your favorite coffee?
Favorite coffee?
Favorite coffee place?
I would say coffee place.
Yeah, what's your favorite coffee
It
place?
has to be right now SwillerBees, man. It's got to be. Not even being biased. Not only because it's actually legit good, but the actual proximity.
I'll admit, I've tried coffee from the other places
Which place?
around here. They're no longer here, I believe.
I think they went next to Oceanside, yeah?
I don't recall. I don't know.
Were they called Cool Beans?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, they, is that what you're talking about?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Cool
That's the green building.
The green building.
The green
they
building.
left to next to Oceanside.
Oh, so they just moved.
They just moved.
Oh.
Chewy, you're crunching.
Good for them.
You're crunching here.
Don't add that into the video.
Yeah, we're trying to do a show here, bro. But yeah, okay, so proximity and taste, definitely SwillerBees. But I don't really, I'm like, what do you do with your coffee? Are you just a straight coffee?
I go in there and I just let them make whatever the hell they want to make.
Yeah, but are you sugar cream guy?
I mean, yeah. It's got to be sweet, but I've also been trying to not do the whole loads of sugar and
Try to,
it's just everywhere.
just cause? I mean, you look great.
It's just a lot of sugar.
Full homo.
There's a lot of sugar in everything.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into lunch places.
Lunch places.
Now we're talking Flagler, though.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're keeping it Flagler. We're not
and this one's for Adam.
the Noonie.
Adam
chiropractor.
Dennis.
Oh, no.
You know Adam.
Yes.
Adam.
By the way, how is he doing?
He's doing excellent.
He's not in Flagler right now, right?
He is.
He's just not.
Yeah,
as
he's
out and about.
he will be.
He's recovering. He's getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there.
You're a big support system for him.
That's my brother.
Yeah, I know. He loves you.
Yeah. But favorite lunch place would have been we'd always go to Tortugas because they had that like some turkey sandwich, like turkey club.
Okay.
So we used to go there, and
What's it now?
they don't have it anymore. They don't have the sandwich anymore.
Tortugas is dropping the ball.
Their fish is great, but
Actually, I got to give them a trip. They are my go-to hangover delivery service, 100%. amazing.
Oh, that's right.
Scott will. I'll call.
They deliver.
They deliver, dude. Even before they started advertising.
Why are we not calling them right now and having them do?
Like,
let's
in
do
the middle
that.
of the show.
Let's do that.
I'm like, hey, bring us some food.
Yeah, tell them what we're doing.
Can you pull up the menu on your phone?
I can.
My device is obviously Occupato.
Oh, let me move the smart.
Are we gonna do it? We're gonna do a little delivery
and just have him come in, right?
So it's usually always Scott.
I don't have cash on me.
Okay.
I can get you though.
I got you.
Look, cut that.
Come on, you got the cup.
Cut that out.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
it's all the show.
You're editing this whole
part
thing.
Of the show. Well, we'll edit what if it just flows. It flows.
You gotta fucking cut that out.
Okay, you got it.
You can cut a lot of this shit out.
All right, so lately my go-to.
I trust you.
I gotta say I've kind of spread it across. I'm like Vessels, Turtle, Fish Co.
Vessels
is just like a constant.
Vessels is like a
absolute constant for me.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
I don't know how Ben works his magic.
He's just a magical man, isn't he? He's like one of the few he's a chef. I call him chef when I go on. Chef.
Yeah,
he's just the real deal.
You ever have what was it? Sean Palmer. I went in there one day, and Sean Palmer had this crazy good grilled cheese sandwich. It was, they have the adult grilled cheese or something, but it's not that. It was on another level.
Leave it to Sean. It's probably something like off menu, customizable.
Ben just went with it. He made something.
I haven't seen Palmer in a while, actually.
Just saw him last week.
He's got a new shop opening.
Yep, he's got the wood furniture shop, the custom wood furniture.
Well, I think it's like correct me if I'm wrong, but like a array of everything.
Which I will go ahead and announce now. Sean is actually going to be selling my prints in his shop.
Hell yeah.
He's awesome. He's a supporter of
That's great.
The arts, so
he's a great dude.
He is. He just had another baby.
I forgot he was on number 2. I'm losing track, man. Everyone's on there.
I don't know, probably working on, a couple more.
Now, does the shop, do you know any of the details, or even is it his brother and him, or I'm just
it's not his brother. It's Bryce. You know Bryce?
I'd have to see him probably. I probably know him.
His business partner.
Okay.
I really don't know their relationship.
But they're rocking it together.
They're rocking it together. Cool. It's like their little baby.
Great concept. I love everything. Everything Palmer touches has he's got a nice little logo.
Well, he's an architect,
I know,
man.
He's got a nice
he's
flow.
Just like, look, it's sweet.
Boom.
Look at that.
So do you have I know he keeps.
I made his something out of nothing.
Coming soonish.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite part. I hope he leaves the soonish part.
His hours are 9-ish.
9-ish. Yeah, just leave the ish.
It works.
Ish everything. Well, we live on the beach, so isn't that? It's kind of like how it is.
Now that's
like you saying, "Hey, Bradley, let's meet up at 1:30 ish." I hear it all the time.
We did good today, though. We did pretty good.
Yeah, and I got lost on my way here.
You did.
I did. Because I turned at Turtle Shack.
And
then I went right.
I was like an ex-girlfriend. I called you a couple times in a row, back to backs.
Oh yeah.
I got nervous.
Oh, earlier.
I wanted you.
Oh, you wanted me.
Well, I did my swim.
But when I answered the phone, it was like, "We doing this?"
Yeah, you were.
I heard the mafia in your tone.
I was like, "Come on." Who was in the background?
A bunch of people.
Oh,
told you I'm around people all the time.
Like groupies or friends?
Friends.
Both.
Steven.
Oh.
Here's Steven.
Yeah. His artwork is legit.
Steven, I've watched Steven come a long way.
Will he want to come play one day?
Oh, dude,
Do a little show?
I could call him right now and he'd show up.
Steve, bring Tortugas,
bro. Wait, we're trying to get Scott here, right? Shit. Maybe I shouldn't have had my medication before I came over.
It's okay. So, can you talk and do that at the same time, or are you going to be?
I can. Go ahead.
All right, I'm trying to. Once again, I'm not kidding you. I'm super curious. I've never asked you what is it? What was Monday from wake up to sleep? Come on, it's music.
Well, it's like every day's different.
Right.
It's just every day's different, and I don't like to make.
Was Monday 4:30 a.m.?
No, definitely not Monday.
So 4:30 is not that's not normal.
It used to be. So what it used to be was 3:30 in the morning every day. Yeah, because it was get up, do some yoga, get some stretching going. Eat breakfast, go grab coffee, I had a surgery this year, and I'm taking it easy getting back into that routine. Because the last surgery I had last year, I jumped right, like...
Too fast.
Too fast, yeah. Jumped too fast. I
Now,
almost did it again this time, but, I learned.
You had to really take it easy with that surgery. Recovery time, right?
I mean, yes. So I flew in from Panama.
Right.
Had surgery like 2 days later.
I didn't know that.
Nobody knew. Nobody knew.
I knew you had it, and I knew you were away, but
right.
I didn't know that you had. It was that close and Is that one of the? Is that? Did you actually have to come home because of that, or did you actually?
Yeah. Because
really?
all the symptoms started to like.
All right,
kick back.
Just like a recap for those that maybe don't know, you did this really ridiculous, awesome trip. Whatever you want to talk about.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Amazing.
So
you basically lived on.
I lived on a sailboat for like 5 months this year. Down in the Caribbean. And this is why I don't like planning. There was all these plans to go all these places,
right.
But the actual lifestyle of it all, it sounds like it's get up and go.
Right.
But you slow down. It's really slow paced. And
right.
Yeah. So in the midst of all of that, being down there, living on a sailboat, kind of exploring new areas of the world. Boom. Yeah. Called the surgeon. He said, if you can get home, I'll check you out. So I called him on a Saturday. Sunday I was flying back.
Wow.
Monday I was in his office. Tuesday I was having surgery.
So I see. I didn't know was the. I thought the trip had come full circle, but I guess was it an indefinite thing? Like meaning, like were you going to be able to like? There was no end point at it. It was just gonna. You could have stayed. You could be with him right now if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And now that was the brother of SwillerBees.
Shannon's brother. Yeah. Yes, correct.
Cool. I would imagine.
I kind of got. I mean, I kind of got deported in a way. I don't want to go into that, but we'll leave the minds wondering on that one.
Is he still there?
Yes, he is. Actually, he's in. I think he's back in Colombia. His boat got struck by lightning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you on it?
I wasn't there. No, I wasn't. That was after I left. I mean, I heard that there was a lot of damage, but I also heard he's doing really good. He's got like this little gig right now. He took over kind of like a charter boat.
Amazing.
Meet tons of backpackers down there, and he just basically takes backpackers from Cartagena, Colombia, to I guess Panama.
Right.
Yeah, Linton Bay I believe that's the drop-off point. But yeah, they do that because of the Darien Gap. You can't get to Colombia from Panama because of the Darien Gap.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's miles, and that's where all like the drug lord, the cartel and
so is
Traficante and all that.
Does he charge like a small fee for this?
They make pretty damn good money.
Right, so it's not a small fee.
Yeah,
he's making a living and some. Well, for all the other stuff.
It takes a lot to run a boat. So
imagine,
he's probably got more crew now, running that boat. But yeah,
it's incredible.
It's cool. I mean, it's a different lifestyle.
To
me, it's simplistic, and I love that. It's just you're living at that point.
Did you deal with a lot of like seasickness or any of that, or?
No, not at first. There were. Well, there's really only like one incident like that I remember, but I mean, I was in charge of fishing that day, so it was like
you just got your head
puke over the boat, bring the fish in. So
is it? I've never spent a super long duration on a boat, excluding like a cruise, which is not a good dictation of being on like a vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Does it come like? Do you just start to get what they call like sea legs? You just kind of got like. You just it didn't bother you at some point.
Yeah, I mean, and it got to the point where like I didn't even. Sometimes I didn't like. Some days I just didn't even want to walk on land because I was just comfortable, and I knew if I got off,
it would actually
just to go take a walk, I would be swaying, and that's not a really comfortable feeling. walking around jungles and.
So you get you got acclimated with the moving. So when you became idle, you kind of get wigged out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, you sleep really well. It's something about that sway just.
But you had, you had pretty much all the staples that one needs, right? The water, the food,
fresh fish.
You weren't
rice.
freezing at night, and or vice versa. Were you sweating your balls off like you were?
Oh, it was hot. Yeah, it was hot.
Was it uncomfortably hot? Was there like a breeze?
Yeah, there's breezes.
Are you inboard or are you like on the?
No, I had a room in the front of the boat. Just pop the windows open, let the breeze come in.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, during the day though, you're doing stuff. You're working on the boat, or you're, going into the 2-hour trip into town just to go and grab supplies to reload the boat, and it's just.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So that speaks for itself.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to go back to Colombia. I think I have another 9 months.
I've never been. I heard actually, excluding the stigmas and whatever, but I heard it's just absolutely drop dead gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. The
culture.
The way I look at it, there's bad people everywhere in the world, and I honestly feel, or I felt safer there than I do here in the States. I feel like I have to always watch over my back here in the States, but down there you're just, and the people are so friendly. Right. They want to learn. They want to learn English. Right. As badly as they want to teach you their language. Right. And I learned down there quickly that Spanish is just all across the board. Right. Every Panama. Panamanians, they speak really fast Spanish. Right. San Blas Islands, the Cuna.
How was that? I really wanted to come hijack that whole trip right there. That was amazing.
Insane.
When I remember I ran into you. Well, I was at before you left, and Shannon was like, "Yeah, San Blas." I had heard of it, but I never looked photos online. I knew that it was known for being. Like a Tahiti or something. And
it's unbelievable. And you know what? I respect the Cuna just because of how they hold that whole thing down. Just their whole area.
Flintstone status?
So you have your modern Cuna, and then you have your traditional Cuna. The modern ones, they kind of live closer to the mainland, whereas the more traditional ones are kind of out there. Right. Some of the islands, they will not let you bring anything. It's just your person is all that's allowed on it because they're so traditional. Right. This, having the nose ring, I didn't know, but I offended a ton of the traditional women.
Really?
Yeah. It's
more spiritual or just cause?
They would question me on that. I think probably because they've come across it so much now, probably wasn't that big of an ordeal. Right. But they did ask if it was a spiritual thing or a fad thing.
Now, how are they delivering this? How's the dialogue? Is it actually in their native tongue?
Yeah,
or
they speak.
Broken English?
They some of them do speak English. Went out on a cayuca, which is their hand carved out canoes, basically.
Interesting.
And had some medicine with one of the medicine men, and trolled around crocodile infested river mouth, and that's another story.
Dude,
there's just so many stories from the trip. If when people ask me about it, I don't even know where to start. I know.
Well, I had to ask you just because I think it's good. It's good.
Only thing I say is everybody in the States just go out. That was a little itty bitty speck of my life. That was it. Just that, and it impacted me so much. Just to go and see all these people how they're living. They're grateful, and they're very grateful for anything. Fish.
But you said, they're welcoming.
And they're very welcoming.
Right? Isn't it interesting
very.
That So I was.
I mean, you get the ones that kind of freak out.
No, of course. No, there's always
like in Colombia, I had some rappers come up to me while I'm trying to eat, and they're rapping at me, and they put their hat out in front of me, and I'm just like, I didn't ask you to come rap at me.
Well, like you said,
it was sweet though. It was different.
Every area has a couple.
Yeah.
But dude, it was. I don't know the statistic off the top of my head, but Elon Musk just had a sit down with Rogan, and Elon had said like a specific statistic out of how many some odd million of people, the exact percentage that's actually, like, lack of better words, a bunch of schmucks. But as society, right, like in the States, it's just constant media, like everyone sucks, everyone's trying to kill you, everyone's racist, everyone's this. When it's like, dude, the percentage is so small. Like how many times in a day do you run into somebody that's trying to kill you? You know?
Every day, almost.
Well,
almost.
You're the anomaly then.
Yeah, a lot of people trying to wear my skin. That's what we say.
Oh.
Yeah, I have
You got some skin.
Yeah.
Skin envy going on, bro.
No, I mean I just think they want to Texas Chainsaw Massacre me. Just there are those people in this world.
Well, I could tell you what. You got a fan base.
No.
Like I said, that chick was hilarious.
They're
I
friends.
know who it was. Yeah, they're
all friends.
But she was a sweetheart. We should just start like a fan club online on the Facebook, a fan page. So now you're back, and are you fine? Are you in a rhythm right now, or are you like kind of rhythm free? Is Brad like a rhythm free dude, or do you kind of have a little bit of a flow where?
Well, I mean, you gotta kind of slightly know what you're doing, but I feel like with planning, you know, like you make all these plans for your day, and then I think those shit days are the ones where it's like, nothing fucking works. Like nothing is in order. Like people are canceling on you, and you're all excited about the meeting or something. So it's just like, for me, it's just the idea. The day is what it is.
Right.
You can try all you want to force it one way, but you're gonna be a little disappointed.
Well, that's why
pillow time. You're gonna lay there and
I've probably
cry.
Always admired that, and probably clicked with you from the first time that I met you. That I have to have a little bit of some regiment because of my we all do work and but when it even probably. The biggest thing. What do you got? We
got a menu right here.
That's actually looking good. Maybe they finally updated it. Good for you.
Oh,
guys.
You didn't do this one?
Nah, I didn't.
Oh,
I wanted to, but I think I think I know the person's doing it, and she's doing a great job. I don't know if she's doing the actual site, but oh yeah, it looks good. Let's see if they have a little byline at the bottom. No, they don't. But okay, this is the one they've been using. Oh look, they got the little. Good for you guys. Well, what are you gonna do here?
What do you mean? What am I gonna do?
You're gonna order. You're gonna look at the menu.
I mean, do you know what you want?
I don't know. I don't know what I want.
Let's look.
That would be interesting, though. Yeah, so, on the topic of Scott and Paul, man, what great people, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
that last hurricane thing when I don't. If you don't know who they are after the last hurricane, then maybe you probably weren't here, I guess. Ultimately,
I mean,
they were unbelievable.
Well, even during Matthew.
Matthew,
they were just.
But Irma was like ground. I mean, they were.
Irma did a lot, man, and yeah, those guys were just on it. They were just
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to. There was a lot of people, but they were just some of the ones that just really stand out to me. But I mean, even there's a bunch of them. I don't want to make other people feel. I mean, Colleen Conklin and everything. She was arranging. That was amazing. What turned.
Well, it's the community here,
the
man.
Community really
I mean, you gotta admit, like, it doesn't matter. Like, this is like where I come from.
Right. They wouldn't.
This isn't. What's there.
This isn't normal.
No.
It was funny. Somebody said to me. Someone was saying the other day because of like the major. They were talking. We were having some just bar banter at Turtle Shack the other day, and a cool dude was like, "Man, what Panama City's going through, and all those areas that are affected, they're going to come out better on top. They're going to come out better, and
oh yeah, absolutely.
And something like that would have not have resonated with me if I hadn't gone through something like that before, I'd be like, that's a bullshit comment, you know, like what is that? But going through it, it really absolutely, when I was affected negatively, dude, it just, I don't know what the actual quality it taught me, but I think the common denominator would be just like patience.
Absolutely.
Like you're not in charge of anything.
Right.
You know, like there's, whether you want to call it a higher being, whatever it is, there's at the end of the day, you know, when the 5 contractors didn't call you back and the one didn't show, there's just so much chaos in the aftermath that there comes a point where you literally just go, it all doesn't even matter. It really doesn't at the end of the day. Like it mattered, we wanted to get home, but it's all material. And like it's funny because now we got back. It wasn't even really that long ago. My wife and I still joke about like the stuff that we still don't have, like the little essentials that we don't really, you know. And it's like it really wasn't that long ago. What was it like? Was it a year ago?
Yeah, I just saw on the news the other day they were doing like a 1-year reunion.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
yeah,
to me,
it was the day before. What was
well, September 11th. That I remember.
Was it this last one? The last hurricane.
Yeah, but I do. Was it? It was September 11th. No. Was Irma, right? Or am I way off? I'm almost positive it was.
I'm losing track.
I know. I'm like I'm not one of those guys that like remember it because I
yeah.
It made me who I was now. But what a crazy. I think it really was. I think it was September 11th that like hit, and it was one of those stupid storms that hit at night too, which are the worst.
Oh yeah, I was staying on like the second story of a building.
Right.
And
it's like at night, and you're like, oh my god,
can't sleep because the whole building's shaking, and you're like, oh.
But dude, it came right up. That's where it came from because the intercoastal's right on the other side of there. But yeah, it taught us.
Were you here?
I left. Okay. My wife and I are like, we left for Matthew, we left for Irma, we buckled up, and we just, you know, ironically I went to Panama City Beach. That's where we went for Matthew, and that's where we went for Irma. And actually, a friend of ours who was a saint dude, imagine trying to get a hotel room in the midst of that. Dude, it was like not happening. And I was like, believe it or not, it was actually like bottom of the barrel on top of like packing up what was important, which literally fit into a Saturn Ion. Like I didn't have, you know what I mean? Well, that's all that I had that was actually important to me. And we left. And by the time I, you know, crossed off everything on the checklist to go, because there's never been a checklist that I had prior, it was just like coming up with all this really amazing girl, dude, like got us a room while she was evacuating. She was like 2 hours ahead of us.
Okay.
So she was like on the phone fighting for us to get a place. Long story short, she got us a place in Matthew, dude. It was godsend. Like pet friendly too, on top of it.
Right.
You know, not even like pet friendly, not supposed to be pet friendly, like legit pet friendly place. It was tough. It was a really small joint, but it worked. But yeah, man, it was what a crazy experience, huh? We were in it together.
I got lost in this.
Oh, there you go.
You know, there he is. You got Scott and Paul.
And Paul.
Look at that guy.
I know, handsome mans.
Paul. He introduced me to a book, which the name of the book is not. It's something about the South Pacific, and he actually gave it to me to read while I was on the boat. It was a really good book. Once I get the name of that book in my head, I'll give it to you.
Was it a real?
So yeah, it was about a guy that basically kayaked the South Pacific and would hit, you know, the different islands, you know, Tahiti, Fiji. Was it dude, New Guinea maybe?
Ooh,
no,
okay.
New Guinea. That's I'm
horrible with geography. Sounds good to me. Well, so it was a good book.
It was a very good book. It was very, like, it kind of just made me want to keep going, you know, like, wait it out, the whole patience thing.
Patience.
And just keep pressing forward. I still want to go to those places just because of that book.
Right.
I mean, being in some of the marinas, I met people from all over the world. I have, I've got so many good friends now, you know. And I met this guy that was from Fiji, grew up on Fiji, and this guy was a character, man.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, very pushy fella. Yeah.
Like pushy or punchy?
Like pushy. Like pushy? He wanted somebody to punch him. Yeah, I thought his sense of humor. A provoker. Yeah, and then being on a sailboat for who knows how long, and
Do you think out of the travels, did you see were people running from something or running to something?
I think people were just living.
Yeah, not one or the other. Just a little bit.
I mean, they like some of them would be like, oh, we're trying to get to this point.
Right.
A lot of people in the area I was in, they were just trying to get to Colombia. They wanted to go.
Does that seem to be the focal point for most people in that area?
Yeah.
What's the draw? Just was it just cuz? Or
yeah, I mean, they just wanted to go see Colombia, and it's funny because here in the States, we're all like, oh, we'd love to go there,
right.
and we build this whole like trip plan out,
right,
place to stay, and
right. Everything's the
best of the best of the best, like throwing all this money at it, and then you go down there, and these people are just living as they go,
right.
And it's phenomenal, and they're not,
right.
They're not hating life.
No.
They're in like some of the most beautiful places that
right.
we would consider in the world, and you're doing it for nothing. I met a guy that he was almost 70, I believe, and he told me he was on his like 4th time around the world. It was a really good story. His life, his wife passed away, and he just kind of realized like he never did anything.
What was his age group?
He was almost 70.
Wow.
Yeah, and so what he does is he just gets on a sailboat. He'll work for those people to get to the next place, next marina that he can get off, get on another boat,
right.
Go to the next place, and eventually he's made his way around the world like 3 times.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Healthy feller?
Yeah. I mean,
what do you see? Did you see a lot of like tech out there? Has everyone got an iPhone? Everyone got a phone or something? Got some kind of GP?
No. Actually, I was pretty much like phone free.
I noticed that because you
months.
You weren't posting. You weren't. You couldn't.
Well, I mean, whenever the Wi-Fi decided to work, like if a monkey didn't rip the wires down up the road, or just if it didn't rain,
right?
Which is the rainforest. So,
but you couldn't just pop on.
No,
right?
Not in most cases.
But you're running,
and down there you have to buy your data. So like here, data's included. There, you're buying your data, and they have all these little weird ways of making it last. But
you really start to value like, do I really need to be online right now?
Right. Well, and you know what? You actually, the disconnection is so amazing because then you get taken back to where you are just living. You know, you're not stuck in that like that thumb loop.
Yep.
Where you're just like.
Isn't it surprising when you do remove yourself from? I mean, of course, I'm biased. I'm going to say state-based mentality. I'm sure every country and area that's just becoming more and more saturated with the to-do list. But isn't it funny when you do get to a place that's just remote in general, where there isn't the connectivity, there isn't the high rises, that you people actually like that are wired that way and can't unwind. They just don't like it because there's almost like, what are we going to do? Because I've been with friends. And or more just like acquaintances or people that you've just bumped into maybe in some of these islands and or places, and like some people just they can't. It's like you gotta go.
Right.
And it's funny, right? Like isn't it amazing when you're like, wow, I could really just take the next hour to do nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what
or the day.
or the day. And it's interesting because we don't have that. And I don't know. Once again, I'm biased because we're here, grew up in the States. But when you do remove yourself, and how rewarding it is, and how much you grow, and you're alone with your thoughts.
And everybody was like, "Oh, you're gonna have such culture shock." This being your first time out of the country.
Is that just the general?
I had more culture shock when I came back.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't think I that ever left my life.
Like I feel like I just kind of went into that down there, and then I came back, and I was like, "What the?"
I don't
fuck?
think it's hard to resort to the barbarian in all of us. Like that's what we.
Yeah, the more primitive
side.
We
didn't start with internet in our brain. You know what I mean? Now it's like burp, and
it's everything is like. I mean, and we can't we can't deny it is more convenient. You know,
Absolutely.
you click of a button. But what it's done to a lot of minds, you know,
right.
instant gratification, and the world doesn't run on instant gratification.
Well, I mean, I don't want to sound hypocritical.
Even though we're going to instantly gratify ourselves with some Tortugas.
But here we are doing, I guess, a quote-unquote podcast, right? But at the same time, I feel like we're pretty much...
What?
I know, that's what they're calling it.
You're recording this?
Yeah, no surprise. But...
I got you.
At the same time, I feel like you got to disconnect, man. You know? Disconnect.
And, you know, I feel like that's one thing that I did bring back with me is that I do try to, like, you know, make it a point, even if it's, you know, and, like, so I'll just say this, like, people are like, well, how do you just take time for yourself?
Right.
Well, I ask them, because I don't fucking watch TV, you know? I feel like it's just too much. I mean, a movie is good here and there, but no, I don't need that shit.
You know what's funny is you and I probably are one of the few that legitimately a lot of people say that, but then like when table talk begins and they're like, oh, did you see the new whatever?
Yeah, did you see that show?
Shows.
Wait a minute. You know,
I'm not trying to say you're better or worse watching it or not watching it. No, I just feel like
I get it. You know, people love their shows.
I don't.
You do your thing.
I don't. The people that are in my immediate like nucleus group, they know they're like, this guy doesn't watch any TV. Like, no matter what the cool commercial is, no matter what. Which actually, it's funny. I've noticed, you know, when I first got involved in, let's just say, my entrepreneurship and being an independent contractor, watching the commercials and whatnot actually.
All right, we're just gonna get lunch after.
Okay, we'll do that after.
We'll do that after.
But watching the commercials and things actually do they can help you because you obviously know. I think kind of you know what you could piggyback off of, you know. Unfortunately, like marketing pieces, knowing what to get, and unfortunately, I think it's just getting dumber and dumber. You know, one thing that I do, and I get not picked on, but my wife Josh is on me. I watched commercials from like the '90s. It's really nostalgic for me, obviously growing up in the '90s. So like on a Saturday morning, I'll literally just put like on YouTube like '90s commercials, and it's just a loop. And I love everything from the crappy quality to the context of the like commercial. It's hilarious.
So that's what you do when your wife comes home.
That's
so like usually you have like the porn on loop while you're building websites.
It's like websites. I really do, like, it's hilarious. But I don't watch the TV.
Isn't it a funny thing? Like, that's the conversation we had in the courtyard that one day.
What's that?
You know, about what people think we do.
Oh, jeez.
Right?
I get that all the time.
This guy, all he does is just...
Must be nice.
He just hits a button.
People walk out to the soccer field yesterday. I had a game yesterday, and, like, just the people that don't, you know, they're like... So I just go out to the beach. I'll just stand on the boardwalk. Not the boardwalk, but my walkway.
Right.
And 2-3 dudes were like, "We saw you out there. Like, do you ever work?"
Right.
I'm like,
right.
I don't even address it. There's nothing I say, but it's funny.
So people see me like they see me walking everywhere, and so I get that same question, which is like, do you do anything?
Yeah, must be nice.
I don't watch TV, and I'm sitting, like, that's part of the whole, like, taking picture. Right. You're sitting.
Content aggregator?
Content aggregator.
That's you.
But, you know, I'm sitting doing this, so the last fucking thing I want to be doing when I want to take a break from it is sit.
Watch a show.
You know? Like, I want to get moving, just go.
Is it surprising? I mean, I'm guilty as charged that I spend a lot.
But all I do is click a button, and it's good. Like, that's it.
But you notice the TV thing, man. People, it's like you see people get upset when there's like, I don't even know when it's happening, but I guess it goes with the seasons. TV's like the summers and the winters, blah blah blah. Yeah. There's whenever like the seasons end and people get upset and like, dude, Facebook's just like littered, and any social media is just like littered with like, I can't believe what's the zombie one, Game of Thrones, or no, that's not the game. There's a zombie one, End of Day. I don't know. There's a zombie one that's a big to do that everyone talks about.
There was like The Walking Dead.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. There's that one, and like that, everyone's like, you know, has got an opinion, and it's just like that many people. It really is. I mean, that's why they're making hundreds of millions of dollars.
It was a great show. I did. You got sucked into that one? I did the. You know, you don't fucking watch like, I don't know, 8 years of it, and then you sit down and like, you just don't sleep for like 2 days, and then you're
just
done.
binge it and get it done with.
Yeah, it's like, that's one of them, like, fuck you a couple days and taken them and just wasted on
the television.
But I like zombies, and they did a great job.
Stroke you the right way.
They did a great job.
Yeah, I mean, did everyone talk? Is it still on? I don't
know.
Yeah, I don't know if it is, but that was a big one. I mean, I couldn't meet.
I don't know. You would think at some point everybody's gonna die, and then, but obviously they're probably gonna.
Well, everything gets resurrected.
They probably found a cure or something. I don't know. I never.
Yeah, I don't know.
I made it to like. I think they were like escaping a prison or something they were living at. That was it. It was done.
Yeah, I honestly, I haven't been. I got sucked into. This was way after the show's been over. The Office during the hurricane when we evacuated because we needed to, I guess, to just turn off. My wife loves it. I had no idea she loved it as much as she did, and now I see why. That I give. But see, that has like a time and place, I guess, because it's just like. It's so empty and doesn't mean anything. It's like an SNL skit. Like it was just like it started, it ended, it didn't. I didn't care about any of the characters. It wasn't it wasn't life altering. It was you couldn't even live like if you wanted to. It's just a show. And it was actually probably the only two shows I'm guilty as charged that I've actually ever entertained. I guess it's ultimately it's wasting time. Seinfeld, guilty as charged. Now when it was first coming out, I was still like young enough to where like I didn't like get to the TV at the time it was on. But as I got older and I realized how freaking I mean, I personally think it's just a great show, that thing. But, yeah.
I love your excitement right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it just built up.
Yeah. Seinfeld's a good one. I mean, I could go on for days about that. That's just the way it was written, the whole 9 yards. But, so what's, what's funny, I guess it's probably past, it's lost its allure now, but the last time I ran into, we were talking about the crazy dude at SwillerBees, the dog guy. I can't believe you got to see it.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah,
Now, do you think a guy like that comes here? Like,
I don't know, man. It was funny because it was just it was really fast how it all went down. Like it seems like it was like this 30-minute ordeal.
They're never long. It's like a fight.
The guy, like they told him he couldn't be in there with a dog, and he was. They said, even said like I'm sorry, and he's like, oh no need to apologize. And then I stepped outside to use the phone, and, he goes back in there to get his dog a donut and comes out. I mean, just like, takes a picture, like,
it was one of those.
Takes a picture, throws his trash all like a fitting rage. I'm the only person out there. I went over to grab the trash to throw on his car, but he he threw the dog in his car and took off. And
now was Shannon there?
Yeah, so I took the trash into Shannon. I said, you're gonna have like some negative review come up, and
I love what she does with that though.
Yeah, I mean she stands her ground. I love Shannon. Like Shannon,
there's a lot of people that would disagree with that, like the corpo scene.
Oh yeah,
but dude, I absolutely. So I had a video that I did.
And pop though.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I had a video that I did a couple, whatever it feels like forever ago, and it was like what to do with negative reviews. And we deal with them all the time, man, because like some of the social media platforms that I help monitor for some of these places, dude, the people that write some stuff, man. One of the way to weed through it that I recommend, and Shane is one of those, is like to obviously apologize, and that in a nice nature, but say like I will come in, bring your receipt, and I'll refund you because the majority of these now that's a legit just a weirdo
like
situation, right? No, they do this SwillerBees. That was like a weirdo situation itself.
Well, it threw me off. Like, if the guy was that pissed, why'd you go back in for the donut?
Bingo. But you'd be surprised how many... I guess you wouldn't be surprised, but the people that actually write in negative reviews... Dude, now I'm not talking about in this immediate backyard, but just in general, that never even actually had services rendered. They just love to... They're borderline trolls, but they're looking for that gift card, that free meal, that free soda, whatever it is. It's so sad. And what we've done, that I do to hold my clients accountable, is that offer a refund upon sending, not necessarily a refund, you use different terminology. Sometimes it's a comp, sometimes it's maybe a discounted meal on their next visit, but to bring in their receipt or illustrate their receipt. Right. Dude, you'd be surprised how many don't even write back. You'd be so surprised.
Really?
Oh my gosh. And it's sad because like that was taught to me. Like I didn't come up with this. I don't run businesses and storefronts. But I was told I'm constantly trying to.
Are you a bad review writer? Like if you have a bad experience, because I don't. I will not purposely go on and like.
That's a really good question, actually. So my wife and I.
Are you
a bad review writer? That's really interesting. Here's what we do is that my wife's she's trying to get more involved in the internet realm and doing not a podcast, but a YouTube channel that would do all things related to just her lifestyle. And when we go to these Airbnbs, one of the things that is not being filled online is that you go to book an Airbnb, you don't see a lot of reviews, and you go, man, I'm not gonna risk this. I'm not gonna go to like the middle of nowhere. I'm not talking about going to Orlando. I'm talking about like you're maybe gonna go somewhere remote. You really want to you want it to be good, and there's no reviews. Well, when we're traveling now, these Airbnbs, my wife will do a video with the place. And I don't know if you ever, when you use Airbnb, they don't tell you the exact address. You ever notice that? I think they do that just to avoid any.
I've never used Airbnb.
It's really good. It's basically it's Uber for houses.
For houses.
That's it. But the cool thing is that they don't. Well, not the cool thing. It's actually kind of sucks. They don't give you the exact address. So like if you're going to book a place, it just kind of gives you this like radius.
So you just have to like find
it.
That's kind of fun.
Well,
though.
Once you book it, you get the address.
Oh, wow.
But it's kind of you don't. What I'm saying, like when I travel for my soccer tournaments, I want to know like exactly how far am I from the field to this area.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Exactly. Like I want to be like, how close am I?
Landmarks.
But so she's doing these reviews, and I'll tell you what, man. If it's really really shitty, we've left something factual, not opinion related. Not like I didn't like the way the pillows felt. Like none of that jazz.
They didn't leave mints.
Yeah,
bastards.
It's more like like literally like and I don't usually even care about like the fluff. I don't even care if the TV works. None of that jazz. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is, like, for instance, if it says it was a king and it ended up being a queen, that may not sound like a big deal, but it may be a big deal. So the facts are, the place should be reviewed appropriately online, because when you're booking it, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, so we get, that we've done. Not necessarily negative, because the thing is, they rate you too. So there's that fine line. And you can't see what they say about you until you rate them. Some way, one of them.
Remember the old school way of, like, doing a bad review? Just like walk out on your tab or
flip the bird and just leave down a ditch.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Now everyone's looking for that freebie, that thing.
I'll voice my opinion,
right?
But I'll voice it to the people that are affecting the situation.
Like you're gonna try to
you're gonna
deliver a solution, not just the problem.
Right. Well, if my waiter or waitress is being an asshole,
right,
I'm gonna have a new waiter or waitress.
Right. But I would say on that, I'm actually guilty as charged. I don't even really review in general at all. I don't really go online and do any review.
No. Why? I mean, why do?
I don't even think
that tells me nothing. Like
I know. Have you ever know? I know a lot of we know a lot of restaurateurs, obviously. Mm-hmm. They get so fixated on those reviews sometimes, so more than others.
Unfortunately,
I know.
Unfortunately, with the way the world is, I mean, they kind of have to.
I know.
They got to watch out for this.
But from a consumer standpoint, when I'm traveling, I have to tell you, like, you go online, you're looking for I would say the biggest thing when I'm building a web portal in general for any client, when restaurateur, menu. Nice, easy, robust menu.
Oh yeah.
Actually, shout out to that juice bar area. I got to help them out. Really, really bad menu. You know what I mean? Like every one of their juices are an independent. You have to click on each one.
Should I confess something on this?
Go ahead. Let's table the truth, baby.
You ready for this? I need you to model. Yeah.
You want nude?
Well, no. The model never showed up for the glass straws. So I was supposed to do that.
Yeah, you're guilty as charged with that straw.
I am so guilty as charged. It just everything. See, I didn't plan. Just letting it just run its course.
Just Tuesday.
And organically, look where it has landed me. Right back to you.
No straw pictures. But it's okay. That was going to be, I would never ask you to do something.
No. I want to do this, but you're going to be the model.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to switch it up. But we're going to do it at the juice bar.
Oh, okay.
You ever try to take pictures of clear shit?
Oh, good point.
Right.
Yeah, weird, right?
It's been a struggle.
It's a tough product. It really is.
Tough product to
I saw you post the other day on Facebook that said, like, looking for a model for live shots, whatever you like.
No, that was my list.
Right.
I lost my list. I needed just people
Did you
stand
lose the straws, by the way?
No, I have them. Do you want them? They're in my car.
No. When you texted me the other day and you said, by the way, I owe you more straws, I'm like, come on.
No. I was sending you that because I was going to just go crazy with them and like pour paint in them just to get some color. Right. And then I was like, wait, I'll just go to the raw juice place and.
No,
I'll tell you the truth, but I don't want to tell you why the model didn't show up.
It's okay. Yeah. Well, she did, but she slept over, and then you sent her home the next day.
No, absolutely not. I don't play this. I don't play that shit.
Yeah, homie, don't play that.
Do what?
You don't play that?
Fuck no. Keep it professional. No, let's just say.
You got a fan club.
Well, you know, it's hard to say because it's such a small town, and I don't want to rat anybody out.
Don't rat anybody out. We haven't said any names.
They had a bad night. Let's just say that.
Night.
And
wherever you are, you had a bad night.
They had a bad night, and that just wasn't. They weren't able to.
They weren't able
to make it the next day. So,
hey,
again, it led me back to you. So this is going to be the face.
Apology accepted.
Just from here down.
Okay.
So you can smoke as much as you want. If you
I don't have to have shorts on. Like right now, I don't have shorts on.
Shannon, she always says you wear dick shorts. So great.
You know, it's funny.
What is with the dick shorts?
Dude, I'll tell you what. I'll be very honest with you. Ready? Great question. Never have I been asked it before, especially in a public forum, online.
They're comfortable, right?
Beyond comfortable. That's an understatement.
That's all that matters.
Here's the thing. So my whole this sounds like such a stupid sob story because everyone's got one, but dude, no joke. Whole educational career picked on, bug-eyed, hairy,
me as well,
bro. Which everyone's got theirs.
We got that.
Everyone's got theirs. I'm not saying I'm the only one, and trust me, I think I would take mine over what I've seen other people do. But growing up that way, dude, I was that dude wearing the hoodie in summertime because I'm cold inside. No, I wasn't cold. You know what I mean? I'm like I'm the guy
trying to hide yourself.
Yeah, like sixth grade
we've all been
cafeteria.
There. We've all been there.
Wearing the whole thing just always was uncomfortable till about 10th grade. I started finally realizing like I don't even care what these dudes say. Like I'm all about these women, and that's what was my paradigm shift. It was like I just started.
I feel like we've had this conversation.
Yeah, like that's it. Well, the shorts still didn't wear anywhere around. I still was trying to be like it still had to fit. I wish I could go back because I would have just started then. But now, the less I became, the less I cared. The less that I cared, and I would start.
I just got a really crazy mental image. Like you're wearing a hoodie. Most people wear pretty big hoodies.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen people that wear hoodies and shorts.
I wasn't wearing shorts.
No?
No, dude.
Oh, I just thought maybe you had like the dick shorts on.
No, I wish.
Hoodie, and then it looked like you were wearing nothing.
I wish I could go back.
Go with it.
This sounds just stupid. That would be the only thing I would change, but it would be one of the first of many. Is literally, dude, I would go back and change my entire apparel, just going straight borderline, so flamboyantly. I wouldn't have cared. I would have go back, but the shorts didn't come along till it became actually more just like practical.
No, but see, what if
swimming?
Let's do the whole what if. If you did go back, then what if that altered your?
True.
That would have altered somewhere.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been who you are now.
You're right. So I guess
fuck that. You don't want.
But I would have been more comfortable.
Yeah, you would have been more comfortable.
Dude, think about it. I don't mind telling you. You see all these sports players, right?
Yeah.
How could anybody possibly tell you, stress that wearing shorts past your knees in any sport, basketball, soccer, if it's applicable, if you're wearing shorts, and it's going to be more comfortable than wearing the 80s Larry Bird booty shorts. It's just not. It doesn't make sense. You got more material on you. You got, you know what I mean?
You are very athletic. I mean, you're always out.
That's mid-show, bro. Decline. I hope it didn't mess anything up. Technically, I don't even know if this is even working, but I'm talking with you anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. But?
So I feel like, I think I asked you a question earlier.
Dick shorts.
No, it wasn't even the dick shorts question. Something else.
Straws,
maybe.
Modeling.
Maybe.
But we could do it. I would rather me not. But what if we find a girl? I get a girl.
Okay,
Wants to do a
that's
girl.
fine. Yeah, and then I just wanted to do 3 different colors.
Yeah. Actually, I know the perfect
3
person to do
different
it.
shapes.
The biggest straw enthusiast to hit the world.
Who's this?
Melanie.
Melanie
loves the straw-free world. She just got back from France.
Oh, that's right. She was in France.
So she'll be like really excited. Maybe we'll be like, hey, look, we need you. We'll pay you in high fives, maybe double fives. Wow. She should want to do it though. She won't want to do it, but I could probably coax her into doing it because it's for the cause.
It
really
the
is a great cause.
Yeah, and then that's the only reason I was like, give me those straws. It's because I think it's great.
That was a perfect meeting.
It was organic.
So organic, and she was so cool. I love how she even was able to talk about partaking in just life. In a great way, you know what I mean? Like she was, I don't know, man, super chill. Like it was when I first. So Carla introduced me to her. Just
Carla Cline.
She's just, dude, Carla's number one. Carla.
I love Carla.
She's such special.
She's a good person to
she's
just
actually
randomly run into.
She's going to be doing me more shirts.
Right.
And then I just got that bag, and she's going to imprint the bag. Because I don't want to see it anymore. You see my Barcelona bag that I carry in the back. Whatever. It's like this, it's a yarn, the string backpack.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of Barcelona, but I'm like literally wearing this thing everywhere. I'm like, why don't I just put my name on the back? I gotta do a better job at it.
You do market yourself well.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I fail at that. Nah, I don't fail at it. I won't say fail. I just don't put enough effort into it.
There is a fine line, though. Don't get me wrong, dude, Brad. I'm not kidding you. There is a point where, like, I absolutely... It's a little bit... It's a little egotistical and narcissistic. Like, don't get me... Dude, you kidding me? The dudes that I went to high school with, when they see a photo of me surface and I've got this cup out and about, or, whatever it is, even my laptop, my hashtag... Dude, are you kidding me? They all rag on me. They're like, you're such an idiot. But I have to. I mean, I don't have a
the world we live in,
of course. But I mean, so don't get me wrong.
It's knowing how to play both sides,
right? So don't get me wrong. Like, I absolutely understand that I know what it's a little bit out there, but I got to do something. And the same thing with you. Like, I probably don't. Are you kidding me? Like, compared to most other people, the wrapped cars, the this, I get it. If it does work. It helps.
I don't want to wrap my car.
No,
I definitely don't want to do that. That's like,
I never could bring myself.
Like,
I've thought about it.
Look at me.
Right. I've thought about it a few times.
If I ran, it depends on the business.
The business,
Right. I don't want people knowing my car.
Right. That, and here's the thing too.
He might have camera gear.
You're one of the few. Well, that's true. That's a good point. But you're not one of the few. But most people, dude, they literally have, like, my lifestyle. My inside out. I mean, you're literally inside of my house. And not only that,
this is your house.
This is the castle.
This is your house.
This is one of my 5 houses. No,
this is Camille's house. You just live here.
That's actually true.
You just live here.
She allows me to coexist with her.
Yes. Does she give you bathroom breaks out back?
I only get
with the dogs
every other day.
What?
Yeah, the rest is in the ocean.
You're a beast.
Actually, you want to know one of our first little bickerments that we had? Because she would go to do the laundry. And no, I'm not even making this up. It was probably, we had just like started living together. We were in this house, and she was like, once we became like super beachside, because I used to live on 9th Street North next to Breaks, and then we moved here. And once like that had all started to evolve into this like the beach life. It's been almost like 10 years now. And dude, wasn't washing any. I never had any clothes in the hamper.
Yeah.
And she was like, babe. What do you go? Except for my 2 jerseys on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's how it is here, though. Like,
yeah,
you just like it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Just go in the ocean. You're clean.
Oh, that's how I feel. Yeah. So my family,
swimmer, you.
My family's like, they hate it.
Oh yeah,
they can't. They think it's disgusting. Which, I mean, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. It was funny. My buddy, Adam, he said the other day, he goes, "Damn man, I was putting my swim shorts on the other day. They reeked." Yeah. He goes. That's yours ever smell? I was like, bro. Are you kidding me? I can't even wear them out anymore. Like they have literally just for swimming.
Right.
I come home, throw them up. I've learned not to leave them outside.
Yeah. Well, the sun. I mean, you get the sun on them. That'll melt the smell away.
But I really have become one grimy feller. But I don't care. I don't know.
I mean, who do you have to impress?
I really don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. The few and far between the weddings and funerals, man. I guess that's really the times I got to put pants on.
Yeah.
It sucks. I put pants on for this gathering. I told you not too long ago. I had to go do this gathering down that way.
Huh?
Horrible.
Where?
I was definitely
Palm Coast?
Yep.
Oh, good old Palm Coast.
I did the gathering, and I'm there, and dude, I don't even care saying it, and if anybody hears it, I don't even care. I don't even know if it's working anyways. Dude, I could feel people I haven't felt that way since high school cafeteria.
Yeah.
I literally told Carla that too.
I love those people. Those are the ones that are fun to just walk up to and talk to.
I went up to one guy, and if he ever hears it, whatever. I walked up to one guy because I was literally, I felt like I felt like I was so inferior. So I was trying to find someone. No one was talking with me. No one helped. No one even. I'm just standing there. I'm oh my god, this is so awkward. So I walk up to one guy, and I'm
I'm proud of you because you're getting out and doing things more.
So I walk up to this guy, and he's just standing there by himself, of course, on the phone. Who's not on? Everyone's on the phone. That's the given. So homeboy comes up. I go up to him, very, very, flashy, very nice. His watch was probably more than my entire, life savings. And this guy's just, are we working?
Go ahead.
I go, hey man, I was you look really familiar, which he did. I wasn't even being superficial. Come here much? I legitimately recognized his face and his name. Everyone had name tags, as you can imagine. So I'm oh man, I was how are you? Something to just say hi.
Right.
And literally, dude, he looks up. He's nah, you don't know me. I really felt I don't belong here. I really did. It shouldn't bother me, I guess.
It's just ego, man.
It hurts. So I walk into this. I walk in now because that was outside. Whatever. That's before the lunchroom. So I walk into the lunchroom, so to speak. And dude, everybody's already got their little cliques and their little tables and I'm just Brad. I'm what am I doing here? But I look around. I scout, bro. I see the cutest. I don't call her old. But she's older, super chill, just looking, not only her appearance, but just something about her, all by herself at the center table. So I walk right up to her. There's a seat right next to her. The whole table is empty. But I said, do you mind if I sit right here? And she said, I wish you would. Basically saying...
She felt what you felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, dude, next thing you know, I sit down, and what do you think happens? Everyone else sits down. Now, everybody else at the table... They were nice, but still, they didn't get... So what is she talking to me about? Pretty much a very similar story to yours. She lived on... Her husband had passed away not too long ago, but prior to his passing, they had lived on a sailboat. Mm-hmm. But, the story, right? Instead of, what do you do? And no, you don't know me. None of that. It was, no guard. I'm from this earth, and so are you, and let's waste this next hour together.
Right.
And it was so touching, dude, and, I don't know. But those things, man, I don't have a lot of those.
What things?
Those I don't even know what to call them.
Moments?
Those gatherings. Those gatherings where everybody...
I try to avoid them.
I know.
There's just, I don't know. My thinking is, if I don't want to go to something like that, I just don't go.
I don't blame you.
I get it, it could help in
right.
all kinds of areas, but also, I like to be more personable.
Right.
I feel like if you grow too fast, you become less personable with your clients, and you become.
True.
There are downfalls to becoming personable with them,
right.
But we've discussed all that craziness.
We have
in the past, but I am planning on going to one with you.
There's other ones. So
I'd like to see you in action.
Well, I've just recently discovered this other group.
I'm Chinzo.
I don't think this is it. This is literally what I wear.
No.
100%. I'm not kidding you.
Pants?
Nope. This is literally my outfit.
That.
100%. You're going to see it.
Okay.
You're paying to be in it. A. B. It's literally, it's no bullshit. You're literally there to give leads, and leads be given to you. There's no fluff.
Oh, that lead you sent me, I couldn't open it up, and you didn't.
Yeah, it probably was, I don't know. I did what I could.
What did?
It's just somebody on that small business networking thing.
I just need
looking for a photographer. I immediately tagged you in it. It said to me, "Brad won't see this because you're not a group of it." I didn't run the group. If I were in a group, I would just invited you. I think I invited you anyways. Like whatever, recommended a member.
I'm part of it now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm part of it now.
So yeah, just I mean,
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
See, it's a beautiful view of the pier.
Well, I think we did it. I don't even know how long it's been. Honestly, I don't even know if this is working. So I guess maybe.
It looks like you've been recording for holy shit.
How long we at?
I don't really know. 1900 and...
Well, how about this? Any closing statements for this one? We'll do more of these. How about we have, who were you thinking about bringing on? We wanted to do Carla. I had told Carla she should do one. Today was just more fun. Like, it doesn't have to be, who knows? I don't even care if anybody watches this. This is practice. It's practice. And
I want to, like, put it together and, like, see how you put it together. How about that?
Yeah.
And then, maybe make... Well, let's just do something now where you already did the intro, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the intro.
Okay.
It's just going to be, like I said, this is going to be like...
What was it say? Like, we can...
On business, it's just going to be... When I started this, the concept was going to be...
Business and arts, man.
Bosses, you know, what's his name?
You bring a business person, I bring an artist.
I piggybacked, Picasso said nothing new, art is nothing new. It's just all repetitive. So, I piggybacked this concept off of Jerry Seinfeld, comedians in cars getting coffee. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, it's such an intimate, no forum. I loved it. Mm-hmm. I really clicked it. That's one thing, I guess you could call it a show, but it was a YouTube-driven, they're like 10, 15 minutes. They're not, and dude, they're just great. And it's just one-on-one. And I was like, I should totally do that. So I've done a couple of them, never in person. I think in person is definitely carries more. Online, it's just it's tougher.
Right.
It's just... Yeah. You're not there. I can't smell you. So
do I smell?
You smell good.
Huh.
Do I?
I don't know. When's the last time you washed some shorts?
Those shorts are in the back. But yeah, we'll do another one, and the only thing is we'll just get we'll get better from here. We'll just keep.
How about this? I'll make a deal with you. We do another one. We'll pick a day.
Ooh.
Right.
Plan.
Well, the idea is that day, and then I'll bring somebody with me.
There you go, like a surprise guest.
Yeah, let's do that.
Surprise guest.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick one. I'm going.
And don't let the title have to be misleading. If they don't, ultimately, to me, everyone's their own boss. Everyone has the capability of doing something to
absolutely.
Whether it's art, whether it's even if it's just them helping you for something, So we'll do that. All right, Bradley.
All right, Chenzoni. Chenzo. I don't even know.
Your fans are going to be really pissed that you wear sunglasses. But I tried.
Ooh. And get it.
It is sexy, ladies. All right.
Jesus.
Let's see.
I don't even know if I want to watch that.